to order. Please stand for the invocation. Keep standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and turn your cell phones off.
God, our divine spirit, we ask you to send special blessings down to our little city. We thank thee for all you've given to our city, and we ask that you continue our growth. We are so blessed to have the city being run the way it is being run. We are blessed to have the people behind the city so right on is the only way I could explain it to you, my God. And we thank thee for these blessings. We pray for peace in the city, in our country, and in our universe. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Ms. Hadville.
Mayor Dale Masson.
Here.
Vice Mayor Terrence Rowe.
Here.
Councilwoman Nancy Britton. Here. Councilwoman Jenny Sorrell.
Here.
Councilman William Dittmer.
Here.
City Attorney James Matthew.
Here.
City Manager Vincent Lupo.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes.
You're last.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have the general public. Mr. Leonard Lord, not Lloyd. Yes, you may.
Leonard Lord, I pastor 8114D Oak Head Avenue. First of all, I just want to invite everybody to our National Day of Prayer. You know, in America, it's been our heritage to recognize and seek God. And so anyway, each year, the commissioners give us a prayer resolution that Jerry and I will be receiving. And so just invite me all out at noon. That's May 3rd. From noon to 1 o'clock. If you join us, commissioners, the sheriff's not going to be able to be there this year, but maybe Corporal will. But I have some flyers here. It'd be great to have you there. What we do is we, particularly in service and with the scripture that says to pray for those in authority, and so we want to always gather together those that are there and personally pray for you all with the group. They can see you, know you, and build those relationships. So that's the first thing. Secondly, again, I do want to thank our city manager, all of you, for just the blessing of the park and Easter egg hunt, and particularly, allowing us to be there and serve the community. It was a great time. Thank you. And with that, if it's okay, Nancy kind of spearheaded that up years ago, and she asked if we help. And of course, Nancy is what my grandma used to say, got more rat killing than used to say more fish to fry. Anyway, things going on. Her years of service. So Nancy, and the reason they're standing up here, they just wanted to come honor and thank you for your service. This is some of the community, so if you're able to come down. Number one thing we've got is we've got a representation of your heart for our community. And so if you'll just, so there you go. So represent your heart. Well, actually, and this is kind of neat. Hey, Mayor, under your tent, you're making reference to this. So we're referencing the community. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 13.
Love never
chapter,
fails.
yeah. Love's patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it's not proud, it's not rude, it's not self-seeking, it's not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love, and the greatest of these are love. So thank you for your loving the community and all your years of service. And also, you still have a future even greater. And of course, so this is from Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. So his words forever settled in heaven. And the other thing is, for those that couldn't be here, now these got to make it, is a little thank you and a card from those that just appreciate you. And we appreciate all of it. It's just Nancy's going to be leaving her, so it's a little special.
You didn't get get her a rocking chair?
Here's all this, what's that?
No rocking chair?
Rocking chair?
Yeah.
According to her, she's still in a few other things before she starts rocking. I don't know. I think you had something too, didn't you, Mary? Oh, you already gave it to her,
And I just want to say thank you to all of you for doing such a good job in this county. Thank you very much.
and congratulations, Terry, and everybody running and all that voted in the service to hold
Thank
up
you.
and serve our community, okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Lord bless you, you're welcome.
Okay. Mr. Thomas Brown. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, yeah.
God bless you. Have made such a difference in my life since you come to the city and been a part of it. I love you and your church, and I always will.
Okay, we love
And I
you.
feel so very welcome there.
And just come anytime and let us know any way we can help and support you, okay? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thomas Brown.
Thomas Brown, 7436 Candlelight Court. Congratulations to Mr. Rowe on winning another term. You have been good to and for the residents, and they have shown their appreciation. And thank you, Nancy, for your help and your service to the residents. Okay, now, after the last city council meeting, I accused our city lawyer of covering up the illegality of the CRA board not abiding by the city purchasing policy. I was wrong, the city attorney was right. We have a system of checks and balances on spending by any city department except the CRA board. Purchases of more than $1,000 must get approval. The street department, the water department, the fire department, the police department, and all other departments of the city must get approval, except for the CRA. The CRA department has spent more than $58,000 from the city general fund and the city's share of tax money from Pasco County this year, without approval or oversight. Shouldn't CRA spending be checked on by someone that is not on the CRA board? Thank you.
Sandra Spalding.
Sandra Spalding, 8612, is this working?
It's not working.
I'll just talk louder. 8612 Green Street, Fort Ritchie. I had an episode last week at the house, and someone was having a severe heart problem. I called 911, and I have to state that response the city had was awesome. They got him to the hospital on time, in time, am I right?
Oh, yeah.
It could have been horrible, but I need to tell you, they were wonderful. And I think that everybody here should be so happy on that situation because we're all much safer now than we were 10 years ago. I'm just so pleased that I'm taken back with how wonderful they treated him and how they worked.
Okay, let's bring it to the city manager.
Yes, we had a pretty wonderful event yesterday where the citizens of this community exercised their right. And we had an election where 4 candidates ran for 2 seats. And the people expressed their will. And I would particularly like to thank the individuals who weathered the storm and the rain and the wind and came out to vote. One of the most important fundamental rights that we have in this city and in this country. I would like to express my appreciation to those individuals. And also I would like to express my appreciation and that of our employees for an individual who has served well on this council and for our city. And with that, I'd like to present a small token of our appreciation from the employees of this city.
Nancy?
Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
Well, we gotta retire and get some presents.
Yay, Nancy.
They're beautiful, thank you very much.
But it doesn't really stop there, because the appreciation also extends from the community in general. And it reads, "In appreciation for your years of service, Nancy Britton, council member." Nancy?
Thank you very much. Lovely.
That's neat. Thank you.
Just about the right size.
And that's the report from city
You got it.
manager.
Okay, bring it to council. Any thoughts?
Yep, first I'd like to thank Nancy for all her years of service and also to congratulate Terry on his reelection.
Thank you so much.
Anyone else?
Mike.
Yeah.
First of all, I think it's awesome, because I've lived here so many years, I think it's pretty awesome that there were 4 people that came out to try and seek a council seat, because we've had years where there was no interest in the city. So that's a good thing. I see that as a really good thing. And so it makes me realize that there are people that still care out there and want to see the city go forward. For me, this decision is something that I've been kind of thinking about for a while, and it's the right time for me as far as my family's concerned. That played a very big role in my decision to no longer be here with the council, but that doesn't mean I'm going away. You know, I've been here 32 years, and I think back, I was 28 years old when I moved here, in the same house on the same street, and I remember coming to this city, and I've been fighting for this city for a long, long time, because I used to give Vince a little to do.
Right.
Back in the day that we were back at the old building, that got almost embarrassed to say we had a building like that in the city of Port Richey. You know, and I don't plan on going anywhere. I mean, you know, 32 years and counting. And, you know, and I gotta tell you, it's been a great ride. I've learned so much, and I've met some wonderful, wonderful people. And I gotta tell you, we have one of the greatest staffs ever. You ladies and gentlemen, our police force, our fire, all the people in this town that support this city, you guys are dedicated, and sometimes I look and go, wow, you know, I mean, you really do put an effort out there, and I know that I appreciate it, and I know a lot of the citizens do too. You know, you're always gonna have some people that aren't happy, but, you know, you can't win them all, you know? But for me, it's a great opportunity. I've served this city for so many years, and I plan on doing the same. You know, just in a different way. And there's some personal things that I want to do. You know, I've been really spending a lot of time boot camping and doing things like that. Things that I, as a single mother, never got to do while raising my children. And so now I have that time and that opportunity. So I'm taking some time for me. So I thank you all for a wonderful ride. And God bless you all, and God bless Port Richey.
Thank you, Nancy.
And Terry Rowe, congratulations, and Doctor, wherever you are, congratulations.
Thank you. I am thrilled and humbled by the turnout we had in the horrible weather that we had, and still they came. And it seemed like the worse it got, the more they came. And so Port Richey has a lot of spunk and a lot of grit, and we thank them all for taking an interest, as Mr. Lupo said, in their city and their elected officials. And I want to thank everyone for their support. And again, I'm very humbled by that, because this is my 4th term. And it gives me another chance to move the city a little, well, more further forward with great things, and we hope to accomplish great things in that next term. So thank you, and I hope to make you proud.
Thank you, Terry. Okay, I'll take my last shot at it. Congratulations, Terry. Love to be with you all these years, Nancy. I noticed one thing yesterday, and we've been striving for it, and that's a break in the cultural bent of Newport or Port Richey. When I got here, I am telling you, the knives and guns came out during elections. It was horrible, and then we hated each other till the next election, and I'm seeing it crumble. It's suddenly we are in an election with good people. Some of them win, and we go back and we're still in a family. And Mr. Colombo exhibited this last night as he came to the victory party for Terry and Richard. And that is unprecedented. And what a gentleman, what a class act. I hope we're now rowing in the same direction. Till the next election, let's stay with them. God bless you all.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Nancy. I hope your life turns out really great now. Congratulations, Councilman Rowe, and to Mr. Bloom, who's not here tonight. I do have one thing that I would like to ask the council to consider putting on the agenda on a regular basis, and that would be like a police report and a fire department report so that we can find out what our people are doing on a regular basis. I have noticed when I've talked to a lot of people that they don't seem to appreciate just how hard they work. Like when they came for Reverend Spalding, and they've come for other people in this room that they've been there for, and they're there so quickly. So I would like everyone to know what our fire department is doing and what our police department, if it would be possible to have a report done once a month, maybe at the beginning of the first meeting of the month, and then it would record on the last month on how many calls were made, how many times we visited Walmart, and you know, some of the other things, because I don't think that the people are aware of how hard these people work. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to know what the utilities and other departments are doing too. Just a small, we're doing this, we're moving forward to something else, so that they know what we're doing. Sometimes they don't see it.
If I might, Councilwoman, you voiced that same subject at the last council meeting, and at that point in time, I met with the chief, and I am now receiving updates from the various shifts, and we are making arrangements to do exactly what you had suggested, and that is take some excerpts of some of those issues, and we'll put them together in a format for council and the general public to see. That is in process.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Any other comments? Of course.
What about putting a little something in the newsletter on what everyone is doing? That way everybody will find out. You know, I know you have a newsletter on the computer and you send one out, but if you put a small synopsis of what they're doing, everybody will feel like they're a part of what's going on.
That newsletter will be out in May, and that will be part of it. You're welcome.
Okay, we are at the consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Second reading, ordinance 18-660. Take it away, Mr. Matthew.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the second and final reading of ordinance number 18-660 by title only. An ordinance of the City Council of the City of Port Richey, State of Florida, amending the City Code of Ordinances, Chapter 42, Article 3, Wrecker Service, Section 42-94, General Operator Requirements, subsection F, and amending Article 3 Record Service, Section 42-97 Service and Procedures, to add new subsection M, rotation towing rules and regulations. Authorization, providing for inclusion in code and an effective date. Looking for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve the second reading of ordinance 18-660.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Anyone in the public like to speak to this? Bring it back to council. Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's unanimously. Let's see, that is it, old business. I mean, Mrs. Beautiful.
All right. I was just wondering if we had an update on when we were going to do the workshop after our new council people get in.
I will be coming to council right after the swearing-in ceremony and ask for a time when they could be present. And we'll present the workshop. Actually, it'll be two separate workshops together, and then at least 2 times. And it would be both the minimum housing standards and the grant program simultaneously, because they go hand in hand. So I would think that will be first part of May.
What is this joint city-county workshop, 25th? You're aware of that, I'm sure, I just saw it.
That's a city-county workshop.
What do we work on?
That's in Newport Richie. There is an item that we've already sent out.
Council to the BOCC chambers.
What does that mean?
Board of County Commissioners.
Oh, goodness. Okay, that's that, and then we're gonna seek the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, any other thoughts from the council? I think we're winding down here.
Okay. All right, I'm going to ask if Chris can give us an update on the drainage and the culverts prior to hurricane season.
We've went all the way down Old Post and cleaned out the storm drains, jetted the lines. We've done 80% of Bay Boulevard, and we still need to work on a lot of the culverts around the city. We're still in process.
We had such a wonderful election this time. I thought it just turned out really great. But what I had noticed was Newport Richie is using Facebook to let their people know when the election was, to when they changed the polling place, that a couple of other things that would have come up really handy. Is there a way that we can have a a regular Port Richie Facebook page where you put out that the voting is done? Because I thought that was an excellent way to let their people know what was going on if people just join the Port Richie Facebook page.
We'll set one up and shoot.
Can I just quickly comment on that? That's a great idea, but please make sure it's monitored, because if
Rest
it's not,
assured, ma'am, it will be.
yeah, okay, because it could get ugly out there.
It sure can.
It does.
Any other thoughts, comments?
You done? Just a quick question, as long as we're on the flooding. I had mentioned, I believe in the last meeting, about concerns at the Candlelight residents about their area and their drainage, that some of the culverts were full, some of the drains were full of debris in that they weren't draining properly. Have we looked into that?
Yes, we have, Mr. Vice Mayor. In fact, I have a meeting with the county administrator in 2 days to discuss that. Very part of our discussion will be that issue. It's an effort that involves both the county, us, and Newport Richie. So I have a meeting coming up in a couple of days with the county administrator and some of his minions.
Okay. Can we put that on the old business? We just kind of stay
The
on it
drainage
to make
thing?
sure we don't lose it?
For candlelight.
Candlelight
Okay.
flooding.
Oh, I'll be coming back at the very next meeting, after my meeting with the county administrator and his staff, to apprise council of the decisions, recommendations that are being made, that will be made to both the county commission and to the city. There'll be some interchanges that will require action by my council, by this council. So I will be before you at the very next council meeting with this same issue.
Thank you.
I'm done, thank you.
You remember the end. Nancy's
Oh.
gonna be gone.
The end.
You want to
She
adjourn?
gets the
Oh,
privilege.
last one.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.